What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. I am so proud of Nigerian president. I'm really proud. And this is a warning for all of you guys that have been calling him a wimp, or you've been saying that he's slow, and those of you that have been saying all sorts of things about him on Facebook. Guess what? This week, the president took off his civilian outfit. Yes, I'm serious. He put on his military outfit, like no more nonsense. You know, I was so excited. I'm like, yes, finally, the president is ready to fight corruption, ready to fight Boko Haram. So you know what? I called all my friends. I'm like, guess what? The president has stepped up his game more, you know. Things are about to change in Nigeria, you know. My friends started laughing. I said, why are you laughing at? They were like, Adeola, did you read the whole story? Like, do you know what he was doing in the military uniform? So I went back, you know, to read the whole story. And then I was like, he was commissioning a bulletproof vest factory. That's it. I mean, that's huge too. It's very credible that we're having a bulletproof vest factory, you know. That's huge. That's an accomplishment. I honestly applaud that because I think it shows that the government is actually serious about fighting terrorists. Because, you know, there was another bomb blast in Abuja on July 3rd. Even though they told us that June will be the ending of all bombings in Nigeria. So we are still there. So God will help us. Considering the fact that the terrorists have been using bulletproof vests for a long time, I mean, it's about time that we commission a bulletproof factory for the policemen. So, you know, I took a good look at the picture of the president in military outfit and the military vehicle that he took to the venue. I said, hey, this one passed me. And then I remembered that, hasn't he told us one time that I am neither a pharaoh nor a general? So I was like, what is he doing in a military outfit? Just so you know, I'm the only one that is allowed to laugh about this. Yeah, be careful now. Don't make fun of my president. Because, you know, the government is watching you. By the way, Mr. President commissioned something else last week. You know, what is it? Yes, the e-library. Yes, e-library. Yes, as in a place where people can download documents online. So the governor of Akwa Ibom State built a multi-million naira e-library. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, Nigeria is really doing big things. Now we have e-library, you know. I was like, yeah, up Nigeria, you know, I'm a Nigerian. The only problem is, you know, the e-library ain't got no website. I mean, there is no place that you can actually go to online to download the ebooks. You know, they told us that this e-library has 16.5 million e-documents. I mean, this thing was huge. It was hyped, you know. Only in Nigeria can you have an e-library with no website? Probably with no internet facility too. Yeah, they may have internet. Yeah, they may have internet. So a few days after the e-commissioning by the e-guests, the media in Nigeria reported that this library has no website. I mean, there's no way for people to access the e-documents. I'm sure somebody would have collected millions of naira in the name of designing the e-website. Don't look at me like that. It costs a lot of money to open websites in Nigeria. Have you forgotten that the National Sports Commission spent 1.2 million naira to open their Facebook page? So the day after the media reported that this library has no website, guess what? They suddenly put up 3 websites overnight. None of them was fully functional. At least, you know, we were not able to download one of the 16 million e-documents. All the e-libraries that I know in the US have only one website. In fact, you can have one website for a library that has several locations. Like, how do you keep record of people accessing books if you have 3 different websites? Shouldn't somebody have said, can you show us how this will be done? You know, like, they should have a demonstration during the commissioning ceremony, right? But that was not the case. So I like to commend the media, you know, for getting on this case and reporting this story that, hey, people, there is no website. Thanks to them, now they have 3 websites. But maybe if the media keep pushing about other issues in Nigeria, maybe people will feel more obligated to do what they should do, you know, just keeping it real. Speaking of the media, another Kenyan man was in the news this week for cannibalism. Yes, and this time it happened in Kenya. Amos Kimeria was arrested for killing 32-year-old Samuel Laduket and cooking him for dinner.
His demeanor does not betray an alleged confession made away from the dock hours earlier. However, 42-year-old Amos Geshohi walks into the law court nursing head injuries as a result. The injuries were reportedly inflicted on him by an infuriated public for allegedly dismembering and eating his victims' body parts. In Tetu, Subukia, a family seeks closure as they mourn 32-year-old Samuel Epolisi. The deceased reportedly disappeared from home Thursday evening. Only a half-eaten body was found.
That is just nasty, you know, that's nasty. Yeah, nasty people. And this is the second time that such is happening. Remember in June, a Kenyan student here in the US killed his roommate and he ate his brain and heart. And before y'all start to say, here comes African cannibals, y'all be careful because we ain't cannibals. This can happen anywhere because in the US this year, a man in Florida ate the face of a homeless man. Y'all just remember that. All I'm saying is people should watch their back, you know, be careful who you choose to room with and watch your back when you walk in because it's a cruel world out there. I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of cruel world, some men in South Africa are complaining that their wives are beating them. Yes, for real, no, this is not a joke. Their wives are really beating them. So much so that this men got on the street, like a dozen of them got on the street in Johannesburg to protest, seeking protection from their abusive wives who beat them regularly. So my people, wife abuse is also real. It's okay to marry a big woman, you know, that's not a guarantee that she will beat you up. It's wonderful if you marry a thick madam, okay? But just don't offend her so that you don't end up like this man.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me go.
You ain't getting down, bro.
Tiff, let me go on a
You ain't getting up, bro.
I can't do that.
Stop. Stop. Let me get in there.
Hopefully the government will look into this and help this man, you know. And this is a warning for some of you guys that like to, you know, that are too forward. You see a girl on the street, you just have to talk. You better be sure she's a girl before you say something stupid. It's true. Gone are those days that you see a girl on the street and she's actually a girl, because these days she could be a girl, but she may not be a girl, even though she looks like a girl. You feel me? If you ain't careful, you may be whooped before you know what's going on.
If there was ever a reason not to be rude to a lady, it's because that lady could be a dude with a vicious attitude. A guy mouths off to a Sao Paulo sweetheart and discovers he's crossed the wrong cross-dresser. At the station, cops see even more of the she-male's charm. Not to mention prior shenanigans, or is that he-nanigans?
So last Wednesday was Independence Day here in the US. I'd like to give a shout out to my American friends. Happy Independence Day, y'all. I hope you guys had fun and I hope you were all careful with the fireworks. Yes, these guys were not careful with the fireworks last year. Take a look at what happened to them.
I don't think you have to be that far back. Seriously, it's probably like a sparkler.
I don't care. Yeah, right. Look at that. Yeah, it's not going to be a sparkler. That thing's going. It's like the shack of firecrackers.
Shouldn't it have gone off?
What's this stick going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Me crap?
Fine, aim it at me. Thanks, man. I'm sure it's fine. Just pick it up. See, there's nothing. Oh my God!
Oh, the video is not real, okay? Stop panicking. It was just their way of telling people to be careful with fireworks. So let's be careful when we have fun. I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I want you guys to see a little bit of Mauritania. Alright, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.